said.
Sometimes this tells me live in 10 minutes. We're live. We're live. All right, welcome live. Cincy Legends Weekly, episode number 5. We're live here from Lake Point down in Emerson, Georgia. Battling a little bit of wind, definitely battling the heat, Coach West.
Yeah, it's hot.
Going a little live late this week due to our schedule. A lot of games played. We just came off of a perfect game tournament up in Cincy. Down here for another big PBR tournament, Woodbat. And so it's been kind of crazy, but we're ready to get underway and get to some of the action from all of our teams back home. Let's start off right now. Look, so I made a mistake last week. I got to start off.
McComas made a
and
mistake.
I'm owning it. So, Coach Chapman's team. I have to call this dude out. My man,
my boy Luke.
I was supposed to shout him out last week, and I forgot.
Double shout out, Luke.
Luke Thompson, this one's for you. We're leading off the show with you. My man Luke hit an absolute nuke of a home run last week, and Luke, I'm sorry that I missed it. I owe you an ice cream. You just keep on slugging away. Great job, Luke.
How about some Dave's quality meat?
Right, right. So this week, we'll just go ahead and stay with Coach Chapman's team after talking about Luke there hitting his bomb, joining the bomb squad. This week, Luke and the boys had the last week now, they had the USSSA State Championship Tournament. They had some injuries. They had to battle through the tournament with 9 dudes. So credit to those 9 guys for getting after it.
Without a doubt.
And get well wishes to the dudes that are hurt.
For sure.
They played the number 10 in the nation, Borough Baseball, and held it extremely close. At one point, the score was 5-up. But our fellas fell a little bit short in that one.
That team's really good. We actually got a younger brother, so Judd Lehman on our 15U team plays on that Borough Baseball.
And they're a very
really
talented
good.
team.
Really
so they played that game, and then Bam, how you say his last name?
Oh, Kittico.
Kittico. He his first game, he went 2 for 2. He had 2 triples, so motoring around the bases.
Yeah, he's a good athlete.
Second game, just kept on hitting. He had a double and 3 RBIs in game 2, so great job to Bam.
Well done, Bam out.
And then Christian Sanders, he hit for 500 for the whole tournament. And then Parker Burns did a great job eating up innings.
Let's go, Park.
Yeah, he threw 5 innings. I believe he may have started the game, may have had some relief, but he kept the team in several games, is what Coach Chapman said.
Yeah, Park's, he's like our Owen Knapp. He's probably one of the smartest kids around. Baseball IQ through the roof. So while he hasn't hit that puberty yet, his baseball IQ is so hard. Those guys can compete at any level.
For sure. So this week, they play up in semifinal action versus the Crush in the K Sports League action. And that game may have already happened. I'm not 100% certain.
I'm not sure either.
So we'll check in and get back to you in episode 6 with how they finished up. I know a lot of these teams, they're winding their seasons down.
The younger teams are starting to wind down now.
So and some of the older teams still have a few to go.
Halfway,
So great job to Coach Chapman's boys. Again, Luke,
well done.
I'm sorry I missed you. I would have loved to seen that nuke in person, and can't wait to see you hit another one.
Let's go.
All right, so we're going to move on to 14U. We're going to talk about Coach Phillips' team. So, Coach Phillips' team was in the PG Ohio Valley World Series like we were. They went 2-2. They lost to the eventual champs, the number 2 tank. They played the number 2 team in Kentucky and the number 4 team in Ohio along the way.
Yeah, you play in those tournaments, you're going to play dogs.
Right, you're playing the top guys. They had 4 guys hitting over 500, Wes. They had Ryan Pavlisco leading the way, hit 571 for the tournament. That's a big tournament to hit 571
in. He's a really good player.
So great job to Ryan. And the team had a total batting average of 359. So again, getting it done, hitting.
Love it.
The team is in full smash mode, is what Coach Phillips said.
They're just
crushing the ball.
Let's go, boys.
Their leading pitcher, which I know you love to talk about,
of course.
This week was Brody Jeffries. Yeah, you know Brody well. He had a 0 ERA and 4.2 innings pitched.
I'd say that's pretty good.
Pretty good. Great job. You always like it when your dogs get out there and represent. So we're going to move right along pretty quick. Again, we're battling this heat
Yeah,
out
we
here.
just played a tough one, took a tough loss.
Yeah, so
Tight
this
game.
might be the fastest Legends Weekly show. Sorry for that.
That's
but
fine. That's all
We're
right.
going to get the information out there. So Coach Sullivan's team, they were also in the PG Ohio Valley World Series at their age.
Yep.
They finished runner-up,
Yep.
lost to a tough team.
D-backs Perry.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say that was I was drawing a blank there. They were 4-1 in the tournament. Sean Sullivan took home the pitching MVP. Hit 95 on the mound.
95.
So Sean Sullivan getting it done.
Yeah.
You know, and he's taking pitching awards all year long.
Yeah,
So,
and he drops bombs.
Right.
I mean,
so Aiden
Must be
Sullivan,
nice.
Aiden Sullivan was crushing the ball this week too. I don't believe they're any relation.
they're not.
And so Aiden,
It's Coach John's son.
yeah, right.
Yep.
And
Elite
who's
hitter.
he play high school ball for?
The Baden Rams.
Okay, so that's right. He is
Yep.
a big guy. He hit 615 this week. Had an OPS of 1
Surprised he got
point,
out.
right? 335, 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. So big
It's a good
time,
weekend.
big time for the Sullivan boys.
Yeah, and that team they played in the semifinal also, the Mad Mavericks out of Tennessee, is a really good team, and they put it on.
So
them pretty
Coach
good.
Sullivan told me, he said this is our last home tournament, if you will, played in Cincinnati. Just like us,
Too, it
they're
was
heading
ours,
down
too.
south,
Yeah.
and
They're in Hoover.
they're going
right
to stay.
now.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say they're right now they're in Hoover for the PG National Elite.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I think that they have the WWBA the same week we do as well.
Okay.
So they're down south. Tune in. I know a lot of their games are streamed on Facebook.
Yeah.
And
What's up, Murph?
Murph McComas coming under, getting some shade, joining
Yep.
the show. And everybody knows if you've listened to a Legends game,
Bingo, you've
there's
heard
no
Murph in
bigger
the
fan,
background.
right?
He's the best.
Murph is the biggest fan. So good job to Coach Sullivan's team. Keep working hard.
Keep working
keep
hard.
getting after it.
They honestly
And
might be playing right now.
Battling that heat.
Yeah, they're in Hoover, so we know what that's like.
So sticking with the 16U, Coach Miller's squad,
Those
again,
guys are rolling.
they're rolling big
Yeah.
time. They took home the championship this past week, going 5-0 in PBR tournament there in Cincinnati.
Let's go.
They defeated a tough team from Alabama and a 5-star team from Indy. Carson Sargent.
Kid's been rolling.
Right, he had a
man.
complete game shutout, 79 pitches in his complete game shutout. Gave up 4 hits, 1 walk, and had 5 Ks.
Fill up the zone, man.
Great
Good
job,
things
Sarge.
happen. Yeah.
Great job. The batting leaders on the team.
C. Lowe.
Yeah, Carson Lowe. He led the team with a 625 and a 769 OPS. Gavin Miller hit 556. Grayson Houchin hit 500. Carson, he has a
Our
big
boy
pitcher,
Nee.
hitting 500 for the tournament. Had 4 RBIs.
Yeah.
Adam Mayberry, JV ball player from Moeller.
Moeller. Yeah, what a hitter and
He hit
athlete.
500 and had a 571 OPS. So those guys they just keep rolling.
Yeah.
They keep hitting. They got some of the best pitching around.
Yeah, they got really good on.
Speaking of that, the tournament they're coming up in right now up in Columbus, Caleb Dreesen is supposed to play. It's a PBR event, and he was supposed to pitch against the defending state champs. I don't know how it went. It was on Thursday.
My guess
So-
is the defending state champs had a really tough day.
Yeah, because I mean Dreesen's hitting
He's
89.
nasty. Yeah.
What a wonderful pitcher.
Yeah, and it's
So-
a great kid, great teammate.
And with the bats working behind him, it had to be a hell of a game to see.
Yeah.
I wish we could have seen it, but we were playing down here at the time.
Yes.
So, Coach Miller and the boys, good luck.
Well
keep
done,
working
keep
hard.
rolling.
Yeah, keep representing those legends.
Yep.
All right. So you were telling me before we move on there, you were telling me that Coach Austin's team, Davis's team,
Yeah.
they're down in
They
Gulf Shores.
Yeah,
Is
they
that
were
right?
down in Gulf Shores. They wrapped up play yesterday. They lost. I think it was actually a pretty tight game. I want to say they went either 2-3 or 3-3 down there. But you know they're kind of low on dudes. It's a long season for this age group,
Right.
especially, and they're at that was their last tournament, so I believe they're done. But they had a really good year. I think if you compare this year to last year, you'll see the growth that team made.
Absolutely.
So well done, dudes. That was a
And you know,
really
to
good
go
team.
out of town to a place like that,
And they've never been.
right.
Yeah, right.
To go down there and win a couple games.
Yeah.
That you get in front of those other teams, and that's kind of when you see, man, that's how I want to be. And
This
you
is
start
it.
practicing
Yeah.
different. You start playing different.
What do we
and that's
need
when
to
you
do
grow.
to get to that level?
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. So let's talk about another big team. This is probably their last hoorah before these kids go off to their freshman year.
Yep.
Coach Myers 14U squad.
Yeah, those guys been rolling too.
Yeah. And things are changing for them the same way they did for us last year.
Yeah.
We finished up, and then our kids went on to high school tryouts.
Yeah.
Some played varsity, some play freshman, some play JV.
Yeah, it's all
but
over
it's
the
a whole.
map.
It's 2 different seasons.
Yeah.
So these guys going through it.
Yeah, them and Philly are both going to be going through it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're
Sorry,
good.
Coach Phillips.
We're good.
But so Coach Meyer's team went 3-1-1 on the weekend at the Ohio Valley the Perfect Game Ohio Valley World Series. Another
Yeah.
big tournament. They lost in the semis to a tough Bulls team.
Yeah,
I believe
know
it was
the
the
Bulls.
was it the Indy
Yeah,
Bulls?
yeah, it was Bulls.
Okay, they lost 5-3. They beat the number 2 team in Ohio along the way.
Yeah,
so that's huge.
Yeah, it was a good win against Black Label. That's a good team.
You know their rankings are just climbing.
Yeah.
Boston Meyer had an awesome weekend, hit at a 500 clip.
Yeah, I also just got a text or saw on Team Snap that Boston may have either torn or sprained his MCL.
I hate to hear
Yeah,
that.
so-
Boston's such a great kid.
Dude,
Played
what
with
a
us
kid.
a little bit
What a
last
player.
year.
What a kid.
Boston scored 5 runs and swiped 6 bags on the weekend.
Maybe that's why his knee's tight.
Right,
Yeah.
man. He's getting after it. So the key to their success this tournament, Coach Meyer said, was definitely their pitching, and they had some wonderful defense. So the boys flashing the leather in the field. You love to see that.
If you pitch and defend, I like your chances.
Right, and it wasn't, especially when you got guys hitting at a 500 clip.
Bingo.
So it's all coming together for Coach Meyer and the boys, and we just like
Well
to wish
done,
them well
fellas.
as
Yeah,
their
yeah.
season's coming to close.
Yeah.
And before we move on, we keep talking about the season's coming to a close. Those of you guys out there looking for tryouts, you can go to the Cincy Legends
that
page. We're
rain?
getting a little
It's
raindrops
rain.
here. Yeah, we got the tent up. It was
Yeah, I
for
was
shade
like, what is
originally,
that?
but that little Georgia rain, man,
Yeah.
cools things off and then makes it
It's
muggy
just
as all
enough to
heck.
make it steamy.
So we were talking about tryouts. If you're looking for tryout information, go to the Cincy Legends Facebook page.
Yeah.
They'll post things. Also, you can go to Southwest Ohio Baseball Gear.
Yeah, that's a good
and
call.
I share every Legends tryout information that I can. I know Coach Chappie gets them out there on the Twitter sphere or whatever they call
Yep.
X.
Yeah.
We get them out there.
That place. So the other thing I would say about that is all of our teams are different. So like some of our older teams, we don't really post tryouts.
Correct.
You know, we have some people that reach out to us every year. You know, as you get older, you start learning players that you play against a lot.
And you also keep your core group.
Agreed, 100%. So the younger teams, if you haven't found tryout information, there's a chance they're not holding any, but please don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll at least get that information for you, because we're always looking to get better, always looking for future legends.
And you know, and not just that, we're not that organization that's not going to call you back, that's not going to turn you away. Even if the young man comes and tries out and he just doesn't make it, we're going to help him find a team.
You better believe
it. That's what we've done.
And who's to say in 2 years when puberty happens, that dude doesn't come back and like, I'm ready now, coach.
Right, absolutely. So get on the Cincy Legends Facebook page. If you just Google Cincy Legends Baseball, all that stuff will come up.
Yep.
Again, check out Southwest Ohio Baseball Gear on Facebook. We always get the information out, and again, contact any coach at any time, and we'll get you in the right direction.
100%.
All right, so let's move on. Coach Bell's 11U squad.
Yeah,
Man.
another rolling team.
Right.
Man, these guys
And
roll.
we had 2 11U teams up in Columbus.
Yep.
They were up in C-Bus at the USSSA State Championships. They had another Final Four appearance.
Yeah, that's quite a
Caden Calhoun.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did, and we got a little bit lift on.
Coach West making the
And,
plays. McComas.
So we're going to have somebody come over and hold our tent down and as the wind picks up.
Yep.
But thank you to Caleb McComas and Jen McComas.
Yeah, where you at on that one, Murph?
They're going to be our front weights. And but Caden Calhoun hit his 7th bomb of the year. My man just hits nukes.
Dude, it's unbelievable. I don't even. I'm seeing 2 triples as well.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, I don't
so
even know what to say
Caden
about
hit
this
his
kid.
7th bomb. Caden hit 2 triples, had 11 RBIs, 13 runs, and hit at a 526 clip.
Man,
Who got that young man out?
I don't know. That's like me playing the show.
Right. I mean, those are video game stats.
Yeah.
All right, so Caden wasn't the only dude, though. Cooper Freeman showed out this week. He, look, Coach Bell said this kid is grease lightning on the base.
Dude, he's
fast
blazing
as
fast.
can be. So Cooper Flash, he hits for power, flashes the premium leather in the field. Seafree had several bunt hits this week.
Yep.
2 doubles, a 3-bagger, and on defense he turned 2 key double plays to seal the game for Coach Bell's team.
Coop is one of those dudes you could literally close your eyes and say go there, and chances are pretty good he's going to be one of your better players in whatever position you stand.
For sure. C3, what a gamer, man.
Yeah,
what
awesome.
a gamer.
He's my dude.
So last week they played the Wow Factor team in the K Sports League semifinals, and then they also were heading to Shipyard out of Maryland.
Let's go.
Beautiful facility.
I love Shipyard.
And I think that's where they're closing their season at. So good luck to Coach Bell.
It's a good one to wrap up in.
Yeah, go out, see the water. Have some fun out there.
Maybe hit one out there.
And yeah, I'm saying Caden Calhoun might put one on an aircraft carrier.
That'd be fantastic.
So good luck to Caden and the boys. Get after Coach Bell, and we'll see you guys real soon.
Well done, fellas.
So another team up at a USSSA event is Coach Cattleman's 10U team. They were up at the state tournament.
Yeah.
They went 2-1 in pool play, run ruling the number 2 Cleveland, or they run ruled the Cleveland squad.
Two Cleveland
teams, yeah. And earned 5 seed for bracket play. Their first pool play game, it was versus the Upper Arlington, the
Bears.
4 seed, So they played the 4 seed. Knox Casey got the win.
Let's go, Knox!
Through a complete, the first ever, I believe, complete game. A
6
inning,
yeah.
complete
Those guys
game.
have just moved to the 6 inning stage.
Yeah, so great job to Knox.
Well
Way
done,
to get that
Knox.
complete game. The team came up a little short. They lost to the eventual champs, Power Baseball.
I think they've kind of split with those guys over the year, like this year. That's another really good team. They've had some good battles. That happens.
When you do lose, I mean, you hate to lose, but when you see the team that narrowly beats you wins the championship, it kind of a little more
softens
victory.
That blow.
Softens the blow, like you said. The hitting studs for Coach Kettleman's team was Nolan Rotel.
Fresh off that injury, this kid's
3 home runs.
Yeah, this kid's electric.
Wow,
man.
3 home runs in one tournament.
I'm glad to see him healthy.
Unbelievable. Jackson Smith had 3 doubles and an OPS of 1.576. Again, on base
like
every
Barry
time
Bonds,
you look. Right. In Dallas,
Zip.
Yeah, the Zip. He hit 800 on the weekend. 800.
It's like getting out once, man.
Right. So again, who got this young man out? So along with Knox Casey, the pitching dudes were Knox and Jackson Gall. Knox, they have a big week playing a doubleheader this week, Wednesday and Thursday. They played a team and beat them out of Hawaii. So a team from Hawaii came out.
Yeah.
And Coach Cattleman said, good luck pronouncing the team. Na Awana is how I believe you say it, out of Hawaii.
Let's
I
go,
believe
dude.
that's how, I tried to do some research. I believe that's how you say it. They flew over the big pond. Up here.
That's a huge
pond.
pond.
And Coach Cattleman's team showed them how Cincinnati baseball really works.
I love it, and I from what I gather, I saw some pictures and stuff from that event. It seemed like both teams had a really good experience.
For sure, and what a hell of a season for Coach Cattleman's team. And they too are heading to the Shipyard.
Let's go
to play in a tournament down there. So hey, maybe Nolan and Caden Calhoun can put some balls out into the water.
A real
hey boys, just sign them before you hit them.
Yep.
So all right, great job, Coach Cattleman and
well
crew.
Done, boys. They've had an incredible season.
Incredible season, and talk about another incredible season.
Are we talking
Coach Blanton's
Blanton
squad,
boys, dude?
Oh,
you know, for a team that started somewhat scuffly, for lack of a better word, the last month and a half, these guys are absolutely getting after it.
For sure. I mean, these dogs played in a twin killing versus the mighty Springboro Panthers this week.
Yeah, which
they
just
really had. Yeah, they're very good. It seems they have 1 million kids in Springboro.
Yeah, they must.
And so the first game, Coach Blanton's team came out and just put it on them. They put it on them. 14-2 win. The hitting leaders were Ryan Domingo. He was 3 for 4 with an RBI. Brady Bryan 3 for 4, 5 RBIs.
Dang, B.
And then Tice, Mr. Barnett.
Yeah, Tice.
2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Caleb Dubes pitched a 5 inning, 1 hit, no walks, 4 Ks.
Let's
just
go,
getting it done. So game 2 they did lose. It was an 11-6 loss.
All right.
Cade Blanton went 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Chili, my man.
Dude, Cooper's on fire.
3 for 3. West 3 for 3.
Dang, and Domingo.
Yeah, Domingo again 2 for 3. So I mean,
is that Will Kiger?
Yeah, Will Kiger went 2 for 3. So Domingo in the 2 games went 5 for 7. That's crazy. 5 for 7.
We can use some of that down here right now.
For sure. So next up for them is the TBR Bluegrass National Championship in Lexington, Kentucky. Another 60-90 event for those guys getting ready for next year.
That'd be dope if they could play at UK. That's an awesome
That would be
field.
awesome. Yeah, Proud Park. What a great field. And Nick Minjian, they're coming fresh off their first appearance at the College World Series. So that would be really cool.
Going,
absolutely. So after that, we have
who you got? Coach Ryan, I think they were off this week.
Yeah, no, well, so they did play.
Oh, they played in the state tourney.
Yes, they did.
That's right.
So I have an email printout here because my pen ran out of ink. So we improvise, we adapt, we overcome.
Bingo.
So Coach Ryan's team, I'm going to kind of read this. They were up at the USSSA State Championship up at Berliner as well. They went 4-1 on the weekend, 3-0 in pool play. They lost in the semis to the eventual champs. And
who was that?
He didn't. Well, I think it gets
okay.
They lost in the semis to 17 ranked Encore Select.
Yeah, they're good.
So they got beat there.
I think they split with them.
But yeah, so they started bracket play with 11-4 win over the Beachmont Missile.
Okay.
What a cool name.
Dude, you know what's crazy? When I coached at 8U at the same age, I used to coach a Flames team against Coach Ryan's team. And that Beachmont Missile team was decent back then. So
yeah,
you know,
what a cool name. So Dewey Clark had 3 hits. Ty Riddle, Cash Jones, and Brady Brummagem.
Yep.
They all had 2 hits. Brady also pitched some scoreless innings in relief in that win.
He's kind of their Caleb McComas.
Yeah.
He's one of their better arms on the mound, elite defensive catcher. You know, it's nice to have those guys, as we know firsthand.
For sure. So in the second pool, in the second game, they had a 6-4 win over Motor City Hit Dogs. Yeah, big win, big team.
I think that
they
Motor
placed
City
second.
team is top 10 in the country.
Yeah, they're good. They got a great organization.
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
Good win.
They were the defending state champs, and they were ranked 13th in the country. So they beat them. Loftus Cooper.
Coop. Yeah,
he led the way. 2 hits. Thomas Duh had 2 more clutch RBIs to secure the win, man. So great job there, Coach Ryan.
Whatever you need him to do.
In the final game, they had another Hit Dogs team, but it wasn't Motor City. It was Hit Dogs Laddick. They beat them 11-5. Ty Riddle and Jordan Malloy each had 2 hits to lead the way. And in that final game that they lost in, they had another win over Wow Factor 614. I'm missing that.
You're good.
They beat them 5-4, avenging a loss from last week. So coming back to get a team, you always love to see that.
Love it.
Malloy went 5 innings, giving up 3 hits to get the win. Brummagem, he paced the offense with 2 more hits. So guys just hit after hit.
And those are really good teams.
And then, unfortunately, in the semis, they fell short, losing to the nationally ranked Encore Select team that went on, I believe, to win the tournament.
Yeah, and I think they were a little low on pitching at that point. You know how those tournaments are.
Yeah, so some of their leaders on the weekend, catcher Brady Brummagem, he threw out 6 base runners on the weekend.
I told you he's like McComas, man.
Fantastic. The pitching leaders were Malloy, Zach Ryan. They combined for 13 2/3 innings, allowing just 3 runs combined.
I mean, that's crazy.
Getting it done.
Jordo has been a really good player for them for a couple years, but I'm telling you right now, dudes are sleeping on Zach Ryan.
Right.
That kid, I'd like to know what his numbers are for the year because they're impressive.
Yeah, no doubt. So their hitting leaders this week were Dewey Clark, Jordan Malloy. They both had 6 hits each. Ty Riddle and Brummagem with 5 hits each. And, they're getting ready to wrap up their season as well.
Yeah, they got a big TBR, right?
Yeah, they were off this week, and then I guess probably this weekend now, since we're kind of a few days behind.
Right.
They're going to be in the TBR Elite World Series. So go get them, Coach Ryan. Hell of a season. Keep it up.
Yep.
And people in Legends Land, stay tuned. We'll let you know how they finished up
they got a chance
with
to
our
win
next
that
show. And speaking of our next show, we'll be live from
Where are we
somewhere
gonna be
in Georgia because we play. We have a few days off. We might do one in between, but then we come back down for the Worldwood Bat in East Cobb.
Yeah, we go straight from WWBA down here next week straight to Duke.
Yeah, so
we don't even come home.
Let's quickly talk about the 15U boys. We always save them for last since it's our team.
Yep.
Well, I shouldn't say our team. I'm just a dad.
It's our team.
Right, it's our team.
We're a family.
But so we finished up a little rough in the PG Ohio Valley World Series. Had some rough matchups. Things didn't kind of fall our way.
Our bats have been a little cold lately.
And it's funny you say that because down here too. So we're down in Georgia right now at the PBR 15U National Championship Wood Bat event, and just the same as last week. I don't know that it's the bats are cold. It's the timing.
You're right.
Because we're racking up the hits. We're racking up the hits. So right now we're what?
1, 2, and
we're 2 and 2 here.
Yep.
And then we've got our 5th game tomorrow.
Yep.
And
well, like it was when there's 160 teams. I think the pools, 5-team pools, all the way down to Z.
Yeah.
A, B through Z. So there's a million teams here, and you got to win your pool. So we won the first game 3-1 versus Sidious. And then, you know, we've had in the last couple, we had a 1-run loss and a 2-run loss.
Yeah.
I think we've given up pitching defensively. Have we given up double-digit runs?
Not yet.
I mean, total.
We haven't given up double-digit.
It's probably given up 10 runs in 4 games. And
these are against the best teams in the country.
Best teams in the country.
So, and one thing I want to say about that is the one nice thing about us, and I've talked to a couple of the other coaches and families from around here, they're always surprised that we come down with our 12, 13, 14 guys and they're neighborhood guys.
Yeah, same area code.
We take the same guys every week. We've had a couple guys fall out due to injury this year. Have not replaced them with a traveling player from any other team.
No.
Every team we've played down here so far has a 15, 16-man roster.
Up to 27.
Yeah, up to 27 with extra kids that they've never even met before. They don't even have the same uniforms.
Correct.
So we're battling with our guys and we're competing at a high level.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fell up a little short, but guys are producing.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that's catching us right now is those timely hits.
Yeah.
I think in this tournament alone, I was trying to count it up, Wes. I think in 4 games, I'm almost certain that we've left the bases loaded 6 times.
Yeah, and I feel like at least today and last night, so last night our game started at what time? Like 10 in the morning, got rained out. And we had to come back at 10 o'clock at night and start the game. So if you're not familiar with Lake Point, that's the way it kind of works.
Yep.
And in
you
that
got to
game,
be at the beck and call.
Yeah. And in that game and in the game today, I think we had numerous times where we had runners on third and less than 2 outs, or second and third and less than 2 outs, and just couldn't scratch them across.
Correct.
You know?
Correct. You know, had a couple questionable calls to end some games,
it's
but
unfortunate. But
you know, we always say you can't leave that in the umpire's hands.
No,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. You know, and we had a little talk with the boys about, you know, sometimes that ground ball to second in the second inning that scores the guy from third, while you may be mad that you didn't double, those runs come into play.
For sure.
You know, especially we've won 3-1, we lost 4-3, we just lost 4-2. I mean, these are all tight games, you know. So every run, every out.
Everything counts. I mean, that pass ball that gets by the catcher, and you got to score from third. You know, and if you don't, it could come back and haunt you just as much as a walk. When you're pitching can haunt you. So now we could name literally every player on this team and say they're a leader at one point or another.
Sure.
I want to shout out a couple kids personally that have kind of exceeded expectations for some people this week. 3 guys. So Nolan Lum started the tournament off. He pitched a great game. He pitched 5 innings or 6 innings?
6 innings.
6 innings. Great baseball. We won the game.
Yep.
Judd Lehman came in last night and pitched awesome in relief.
He had a really good day at the PBR top prospect games.
Yeah.
You know, hadn't really thrown much for us this year. Went in there, shoved. We brought him down here. He shoved.
Yeah, pitched great.
And another thing on Lum, you know, he's exceptional on the mound. We know that.
Right.
But
had some good hits.
Yeah, his leadership on the field of play when he was at short or today was at third, his ability to direct traffic, keep everybody calm. Like there's things that he does that, you know, don't pass the eye test, but they pass the coach test.
And we've got a lot of guys that do get credit for their, you know, they put up
their
certain numbers.
Yeah.
And guys like Judd don't always get that credit.
Right.
Unsung hero like Lum doesn't always get that credit.
Yep.
And Lucas Reeder came out and pitched wonderfully in 3 innings in relief today.
Yeah, everybody sees Lucas as he's a really good hitter. We know that. But, man, he just comes in and gets outs.
For sure. So we're going to be heading back. We play tomorrow.
Yep.
We're not going to make bracket play.
Nope.
So we're going to be heading back to Cincinnati, regroup, do some practicing, get healthy.
Yeah, get healthy.
And then we're going to be off to East Cobb for the World Wood Bat.
Yep.
409 teams last time I checked. 409 teams in that tournament.
Yep.
So
what do you think those pools are going to look
correct. Like? And so then after the WWBA, like you said before, we head straight to Duke University for another prospect showcase event, team-style showcase event. So we're looking forward to that. And
then our older teams are winding down.
Correct.
That's it for us.
So season's coming to an end. Stay tuned for more information. Yeah. And folks, all I can say from Lake Point is stay legendary.
Stay legendary. Well done, my friend.